here is my rental vehicle free upgrade from Enterprise when I got into Michigan. I apologize about the weather conditions. It's windy, it's like raw out here, and it's like kind of raining. But tomorrow I have plans after work, so I likely won't be able to film it. Then I'm out of here. But I never had driven one of these before, and I just thought I'd talk about it really quickly. So it's a small SUV, which is not my thing, and but whatever. My original car that I was renting, I guess they ran out or whatever, so they give you this. So for my purposes here, it's fine, but just a couple things I want to point out with it. One, I have never used one of these, driven one of these Evoque Range Rovers before. So, or Land Rover, Range Rover, whatever you want to call them. I get confused. Sound like an old person. But the reason why I'm kind of standing a little further away from it is, so I have the keys in my pocket, and probably the coolest feature on this car is, watch this as I walk closer. I'm not touching the fob or anything. Check that out. That's pretty cool. The door handles pop out, and then when you walk away from the car, they go back in. So I'm gonna walk away from the car. Pretty neat. It's like the coolest thing. And I love how they're flush mount when they're not in use. And then obviously the mirrors fold in, and a lot of cars can do that electronically. Range Rover. I do get confused between Land Rover, because it's like Land Rover, Range Rover. Land Rover, I guess, is like what would be like the parent brand Ford, and Range Rover is like the sub brand. But then it says Evoque on it. That's where I get confused. Or however you pronounce it. It's not horrible looking. But I guess my two major complaints with this thing is getting in, you nearly take your head off, so you kind of have to I have to duck my head, and I'm 6 foot. So it's laid out. I like the steering wheel. I haven't messed with the controls because seriously, my commute, while I've been here, has been 15 minutes one way or the other, so I'm not really in it that long. I think it has 18,000 miles on it, something like that. It has the big roof. When you start the car, the screen opens, and I'm sure you can manually shut it. So that's nice. It smells nice. The actual kind of layout. I'm a very I like symmetry, and I don't like dashboards that are all wavy and everything. This isn't horrible. I think this is not bad at all. And yeah, so it's great. The interface to CarPlay picked it up right away, and I noticed in my Jeep Grand Cherokee, the Laredo that I've talked about on this channel, that thing, it doesn't have CarPlay because it's so old. It's a 2016, but when I plug in and I want to use the media to play satellite off the app, it'll start playing, it pauses, plays, pause, then it finally goes. Where this, you just immediately when it connects, it works great. So no complaints there. The screen is big. I'm not a fan of floating screens. I hate that. It just looks so tacked on, aftermarket. This one, however, because it kind of lays down on the dash, it's not, this doesn't actually annoy me. It's the ones that come out and jut straight up. It just seems like it was an afterthought. My favorite, much like the Jeep products, even the Suburban I have, it's because I don't have the newest body style Suburban, so it's because the new one has a floating screen, but mine's integrated into the dash, just much better. What I don't like, and it drove me up a freaking wall with this thing, was there are no redundant controls. Now again, that makes me sound old, There are no, like, I got in this thing and the HVAC was just blasting like full on in my face and the defroster, and I'm trying to pull out of the airport with it, and I just want to turn the fan down, and you get this screen here, and I'll start it so you can see. Speaking of screen, see that's open.